Hello guys, welcome to Mini Motorways. This game is on sale on Steam, so make sure you go check that link in the description. And also while you're there, hit the like button and subscribe because it really does help out the channel. We're going to be completing a series of every single town, city and country on the world of building our motorway empire. So make sure you join us for every episode by hitting the subscribe button. And also go check out the Polybridge series, it is excellent and thank you for the support on that series so far. Let's get into it. We're going to be starting on, of course, Los Angeles, which is a gorgeous city. And we're going to, keep it on the classic mode. And let's play. Right, here we are in Los Angeles. We've got a lovely bridge tower and a few roads. Pause time quickly. I can show you what you've got to do. So these target things up here, these are the destination points for this house over here to get to. And each car that travels there will clear up one of these, and if it fills up and the bar starts going red, a large one will appear over one of the shops, I believe, and then you'll lose the game. So we need to avoid that happening at all costs. Also, you unlock more road tiles and special tiles at the end of each week, so let's go. We'll connect this house up normally, and we'll hit the time to go forward. I'm going to set out 2x speed, just because sometimes it can take a while, and I'll pause it whenever a house appears, or anything quite major. This map is quite small unless it expands out later. But I haven't played too much of this myself at the moment, but so far, from what I can tell, it is an absolutely beautiful game, just the simplicity of the graphics. But as you notice, there's shadows and everything, it just adds so much more to the game. Right, we're already on Wednesday, we've got 4 journeys completed. I'm going to try and aim for at least 1,000 journeys to be completed on this map for Los Angeles. And I want to make this city as easy to travel through without the least amount of traffic possible. Also, as you can see here, we've got a red shop over here and a red house. You don't want these to be connected to the other network, otherwise they'll start to clog up. And instead of doing that, that's a waste of roads. I can just drag them diagonally, which I probably should have done over here, because that makes a lot more sense. So I'll press play again, because the red houses will have to go to the red shops, and the yellow houses will have to go to the yellow shops. That is horrible. You can make sure it's nice and neat. I don't want any disgusting joins, but as you can see here, we've made 7 journeys so far, and it's Saturday, coming up onto Sunday, and we should be able to get our first special card soon, which would be brilliant. Because at the moment, we've only got a bridge tile, and that's in case any houses spawn over there. One cool way of avoiding houses from spawning in places you don't want to, if you just drag roads across here. So if I don't want any houses to spawn over there, they won't. Or it's more shops, so if I don't want any shops to spawn up there, then they won't be able to, because they have to be a 3x3 area. And as you can see, we can get an upgrade week 1, which is 2 traffic lights and 20 road tiles, or a roundabout and 20 road tiles. I personally think the roundabouts are absolutely excellent, but then in Britain there are a lot of roundabouts around and a lot of them do not work. So I'm going to go with the roundabout anyway, but the traffic lights are still good. But we also get another extra 21 road tiles. And I want to know whether the map has expanded. No, it has not, which is good news. I think the only place a shop could spawn, is there. And a house did spawn over the other side of the river, which is slightly annoying, but we avoided any shots from spawning up here, or any up here, so we can just have one continuous route. There's nothing you can do to stop the houses spawning, but I can remove those roads up there. Well, I believe there isn't a way, I don't think so. Because they had to spawn in a certain pattern. But, as you can see, all of our traffic is fluent, and there's nothing going wrong. Fluid even, not fluent, you can't have fluent traffic, but we've completed all of our journeys, and we're at 25 journeys already. But unfortunately, we have got a red house up here, which is a bit of a pain. But luckily, if I was to remove that bridge, and I was to build a bridge like so, then can I connect that road up to there? No, I cannot, which is slightly frustrating. So I'm going to delete this bridge again, and redraw it out connecting to there. We're also going to need a junction now for our red cars to come off. So I'm going to slide this road up here, delete that one, and then carry that back there. So we've got a nice continuous flow of traffic. I'm going to delete these roads up there, and have the map expanded? Yes, it has. It's expanded by a slight bit. So go to probably, actually no, we can leave it. We don't need to cover anything up. As you can see, there's barely any spots that we need to worry about. I believe as the weeks go by, the map slowly expands outwards a bit more. So as you can see there, we've got one more tile of room along here, and we've got enough room for some shops to spawn over here. So I want to zoom out a bit, and if we get our tiles, we just drag them over here. And we can cancel all of this actually, because that's well too close. And we just reached another week completed, so I'm going to get the traffic lights. I am going to slow down time a bit because I believe it's going well too quickly. And I also need to quickly cover up all of these spaces so that we do not get a shop spawning where we don't want one to be. So I'm going to quickly... Nope! That's too slow. Hey ho. We do have a roundabout from earlier, so I'm going to try and put that in probably here, more likely. And I'm going to shove these lines back in place, something like this, just to keep the shops from spawning out there. And we do have 2 tile room, but that's alright. So our cars will need to get from over here all the way over here, so we're going to need a roundabout in the middle probably. Apparently it can't be placed there, I don't know why. It can be placed there, but not there. I think that will work. That should be able to work as a roundabout. So that should be running, and I'm going to set it to 2 times speed, but we do need to add this house into the loop, so that should work. Most of these cars are probably going to go, well, apart from this one's going to go over there, so I'm going to cancel that and tell it to go this way round. So it is more likely to go to this one, instead of going all the way out to that one. Oh, nope, it's going all the way round. So I'm going to cancel that road, cancel that road. So only these red houses, and I missed a spot. We've got to get this blue house, which is annoying, to go from over there to over there, which is going to take a lot of manoeuvring because we've only got one bridge at the moment. I wish I'd taken more, but we've only got one bridge, so this has got to enter somewhere. And I reckon we're going to enter it somewhere along here, like just cut in, so we have a nice straight road here. And then we also add some traffic lights here. Can we put traffic lights there? Add some traffic lights here, and add some traffic lights probably here, just to help the flow of traffic. We have a lot more red houses, and because I got rid of all of that placement, there's now a dark blue shop we've got to worry about, which I could just extend into that wing and then add that onto there. But as you can see, we're only at 75 trips completed, and this is getting extremely difficult to manage because we've got blue cars, light blue cars going from over here, going all the way over there, and we are going to have to add another rung onto the roundabout. But luckily, we can either get a bridge or a motorway, but I want to get a motorway because, as I'll show you in a second, motorways are probably one of the most useful things in the game. Because if I put this motorway over here, which is probably a bad place to put it, but we can now put it over here, and it solves all of our problems, because blue cars can just travel straight from there over to here without any issues, and I can just get rid of all of this road. So don't have to worry about that now. But these blue cars still have to do their annoying trips. And I want to block off any more shops from spawning. So something like that should be able to help. And we also want to direct some of our red cars from going to these 2 shops over to this shop. So I'm going to break this and connect those over there. Get rid of this road, it's unnecessary, and just fill in some of these gaps. Because these ones are 3 by 3, so they can spawn anywhere up here, so they can spawn in this gap still, which is annoying, so I've got to do... I'm not very good with my road placement. There you go, delete that, and we do something like that. That should stop them. And then if we continue something like that there, and I don't believe they can spawn there, so we should be safe. Apart from down here, where we've got this larger gap. And that looks safe. There you go, we should have no more shops spawning. Maybe here, so I'll put a road there. And we should be good. So this red house will continue to go along to these roads. And these red houses will come along here. But it's just whether or not we're going to get enough trips in. So I am going to put a junction in there. Just in case this red house will want to go over there. Because otherwise we may run out of journeys if we're not careful. I may move this motorway over here to somewhere like here, just so that these red houses can use that motorway instead of having to go all the way around here. Because these red ones still need to get their journeys in. Otherwise they won't be able to run and will start to get timed out. Because even if they're not connected to the road, these timers will still run. So say this house wants to get, and that. So I believe this is called an IMAX, interrupting what I just said. This is called an IMAX, and it requires 8 slots, and it's a lot more popular to go to than one of these basic shops. So any houses that spawn will probably want to go to here. So something like this, they'll probably want to go to here instead of going to this simple one down here. So there's going to be a lot more traffic along this route. And I thought I did connect this up to the road, but apparently not. And we do have one more set of traffic lights, so I may add the traffic lights somewhere like here, probably. And we have unlocked either 30 road tiles or a bridge tile and 20 road tiles. I'm probably going to go for the bridge. So instead of having to just manage this one bridge, we can have the yellow houses maybe go up through this route, and the red houses come down here. Because if I was to select this road, and I just do a lovely road along here, and then use a bridge to go along there, that means the reds wouldn't have to go all the way through and round, they could just come down up here and into there. So I can delete this road and then connect that back up. And this red house can be connected that way. And that should solve a lot of our traffic issues. We do have a large space over here, so I'm going to try and cancel any supermarkets from spawning over there. And we have 2 yellow houses, which I completely did not notice. And there's a lot of space that needs to be filled in to stop shops from spawning. And I don't think we're going to be able to complete all of that without getting rid of some of these roads. So these roads are okay for things to spawn now, but I don't want anything on this side of the river, so I'm going to delete all of these roads and replace them. Not like that, something like that, and then something. I wish it wouldn't just auto-place, there you go. Something like that. And I'm going to get rid of these roads in the middle. And then we're going to need another highway soon, otherwise this is going to become unbearable. It's the amount of traffic that's going to come along this route. So I'm going to equip these, nope, connect these up. We're not going to have enough space to go all the way around like I'd want to, but we could, in theory, do a motorway. So if we were to take that and then connect it up like that, and have these two connected to there, we could move this motorway over to somewhere like here, so that these cars can use it instead of just using the blue traffic. Because I believe the yellow houses over here are further away than these blue houses are to this blue supermarket. So the blues will still use this, but we probably need some traffic lights over there now, which I regret placing here. I just realised if you hold down on the screen, oh, that's because I've selected a building. That's not the smartest move. I don't want any shops spawning out here, and the map just expanded by a tile, I believe. Well, up here it did. And we've got a blue supermarket over here, which is extremely annoying. Luckily we did move the motorway over slightly, so I can just do something like that. But we can't block off anything now, apart from these ones, because we won't have enough roads. And the blue house spawns over here. Of course it does, as far away as possible. We still can't build over here without having a bridge, but it is better than nothing. I'm okay with a supermarket spawning down here, but this one just upgraded to an IMAX, which is alright at the moment, because... And we just get another motorway quickly, doesn't matter about the road tiles, but as I was saying before, it's alright this upgraded to an IMAX because we have most of our red houses living over here, so instead of doing that, it's just wasting 2 road tiles. We get a motorway going from blue area, so somewhere like here, and we drag it over to here, and then we take this one, it's going to go from the yellow area to over there. So it's something like, actually no, that's a decent spot there anyway. Yeah, so we'll have it connected like that. I think it's actually quicker instead of having these connected like that. to have them connected over here. Instead of having these, like, all these cars going across this small little bridge. Which probably isn't the smartest move. Yeah, have them go like that. Even connecting one of these to go around there would be a good idea, but we have plenty of blue houses. We pretty much have our entire blue housing estate over here now. And maybe it's not the best idea to place that so close. Maybe I should place it over there. Just because they still need to get to this blue supermarket. So, yeah, a junction like that should be alright. And these red houses need to be connected up. We still need to get dark blues over here. And luckily, a green shop has spawned over here. With only green houses, which is excellent. Instead of having a red shop with, like, blue houses over here. To be fair, we can finally go past this without having to use a bridge, which is alright. And we do have a set of traffic lights, which I'm probably going to implement somewhere over here. Yeah. Can we put them there? Put them there. Can't put them at the end of motorways, I believe it is. So if I edit this motorway to down there, and I put the traffic lights in there, it should help solve traffic slightly. Our greenhouses have some odd placement that I've done. I'm going to get rid of these roads, and I'm just going to neaten this up slightly. With maybe a more of a rigid pattern instead of these organic lines. We are approaching Sunday, which means we should be able to get another special tile, such as a motorway or a bridge. And speaking of the devil, we're going for motorway or road tiles. I'm running low on road tiles. I'm running low on road tiles, so I'm going to go for 30 road tiles. But I love the motorways a lot more than anything else. And now it is time for pain, because we have a green shop over here, and we have no way to get to it really, because we have 0 bridge tiles. Which is excellent news, if you ask me. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do here. We've got green houses over this side of the river, and I don't have any bridge tiles to be able to get them round. So I'm going to have to go for a very long path all the way up to here, which may cost us the game, these greenhouses. They could make us lose. Just because of the ridiculously long route they have to go on. Luckily, they are just spawning in one area, but I don't want that to happen ever again, so I'm going to cancel out a load of these spaces. I think we can leave them 3 apart, yeah. So something like this should help. Stop shops from spawning in naughty places. I think that's 1 too close. So we delete that, then we move that across. And then we do the same thing over here. That should help in the future. We have unlocked. I just destroyed some trees, which makes me feel very bad, but it was unnecessary as well. I have to say I like these like very small details, such as like map names, like I think that's the San Gabriel River, and that's the Los Angeles Harbor, and the Santa Monica Bay, which is very nice. But unfortunately, even though all of our trying, we still don't manage to block this blooming green shop that spawns over here. So, and we're also out of road tiles. Because it spawned there, I'm just going to give up on those road tiles and connect them into the motorway. I'm going to need to pick it. Oh, I'm going to have to delete more now, so I have to delete that. So we have enough to connect this into our green highway thing. So the green cars can go onto the motorway, hopefully, and drive onto that. We do have a red house that's just connected to that road with nothing to do, so I'm going to delete one of those road tiles. Delete all of those road tiles, so I have enough to connect that up. We have reached 400 journeys, which is excellent. We are nearly approaching my goal of 1,000 journeys. I can't see anything that is suffering too badly apart from this blue building, maybe. Which does need to get a lot more journeys in. But that's because because we don't have enough houses connected to the actual road area. So I'm going to have to delete another piece of blocker road tiles. Connect that in place. Traffic is quite heavy. But we've unlocked a bridge tile, which is going to be a lifesaver. We can save so much for this. Instead of having to go all the way around the top, Just cancel all of that out. And we can just have our greenhouses go somewhere up here. And they can just jump onto the motorway and everything's gonna be alright. And then we'll cancel that, add these greenhouses going down here, and we still have 14 tiles to spare, which is okay. As you can see, these green cars are using the motorway, they're going across, travelling at high speeds, and then coming up here, and they'll go up to their houses or go down to their houses, either which. Instead of doing that, I can just save plenty of road tiles by just connecting those two together. Traffic seems to be alright. I feel sorry for these people with their houses here and the traffic lights just blocking them off, but they can still keep going. And the green housing estate is being extended over to here. And I just realised there's blues. We have the dark blue gang over the top here that need to get all the way down to over there, which is actually alright if you think about it, because they've only got to travel down to this motorway and across and down. There's barely any traffic along their route, so they should be alright. I don't see any dark blue shops at the moment, so I'm going to try cancel some of these areas so no dark blue shops do spawn up there, or even here. Should help, but the game will generate it wherever they want to generate it. I'll leave this gap open just in case any does want to generate over there. Our red IMAX is getting as many people as they want, and the yellow one is struggling slightly, but there's plenty of people coming over there and fulfilling the journeys. We're going to get a roundabout now, another bridge. I think I'm going to go for a roundabout. And I think I'm immediately going to place it over here. No, we've got traffic lights there, so it doesn't matter. As the game is telling me, a roundabout can't be placed here. Yes, I know that now. I'm going to place nope, a roundabout can't be placed there either, because the motorway goes there. So I'm going to move the motorway across by a bit. Hopefully I can place the roundabout up there. Maybe not. There's nowhere really along here that I can place a roundabout. So we're just going to have to leave like that. There is another greenhouse that wants to get onto the motorway. And we could place a roundabout somewhere over here, maybe. Or about somewhere in the centre of town. Here. There you go. An absolutely pointless roundabout that does absolutely nothing. My sort of roundabout. Well, that's what most roundabouts do, to be fair. Absolutely nothing. So these blue houses really need to get closer to that IMAX, so I'm going to move their motorway exit over. And luckily a blue house did decide to spawn over there, so that does help us out slightly. It may be actually that the blue houses make us lose this game, because, well, I'm saying blue houses, I mean the light blue houses, because the dark blue houses are filling up quite quickly, and also the light blue houses are filling up quite quickly. And we suddenly get 4 more light blue houses over here, which will help feed our area. And another blue supermarket has appeared, which is extremely annoying. But we have reached the end of the week. So we've got week 9 and we've got 30 road tiles or a bridge. I'm going to go for the 30 road tiles. But as you can see, our IMAX is starting to overflow now, and it won't be long before we are game over at this rate. We really do need some way to get these cars across. We're going to have to connect these up over here. Or we can connect a route down there, just in case. And we have got a light blue car that I can connect in there. And this red supermarket is about to explode. If the journeys aren't fulfilled in time, we're getting close to losing this, which is unfortunate. This one's going to blow up soon. And we're nearly at the end. It's going red. 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 There's nothing we can do. There's no way I think I can solve this problem. And that seems to be it. We're not going to make our goal of 1,000 journeys, unfortunately. But we are going to break 900, hopefully. Go on, get 900. There you go. That's it for this game, unfortunately. We have lost to the dark blues, as I said it would be. But that will be it for this episode, so make sure you do hit that like button and subscribe, because look at that lovely number of days we've got there, and 915 commuters. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.